Hi, I'm Hiking Dad and this is review of Salomon X Ultra for GTX hiking shoe. For those of you interested in technical specification of those shoes, I will leave information copied from a manufacturer's website in the description box below. I want to focus on my personal experience with using them. I use them mostly for hiking and as a part of it scrambling. So they're usually used in different weather and different terrain. I don't tend to walk in much mud, but I use them a lot on rocky terrain and sometimes occasionally pass through the stream or climb over waterfall. This is my first shoe utilizing a quick lace system, so I wasn't sure how I'm going to feel about that. So far, so good. What I like about it is this section on the side. Seems not only to reinforce shoe, but also when you pull your laces and lock them, it really holds well onto your feet and you don't have to over tighten it, so those shoes can stay comfortable. And comfort is one of the best things about those shoes. Those shoes are really comfortable. I know that some people are reporting that they ankle loops on that section of the shoe. I didn't have any issues with that. After initial break-in, which took me 1 or 2 trips, they become really comfortable and I could easily use them every day for anything. On first use, the feeling of putting your feet into them was like orthopedic shoes, but that quickly have molded to my feet, and since then they're absolutely delightful to use. A lot of people I know buy the hiking shoes half or full size up to protect their feet and especially toes on descending of the mountain. Those shoes are half size up. As I said before, even without over tightening them, they've been really comfortable, not only when I was ascending but also when I was descending the mountains. Without getting too much into technicalities, the outsole is made of Contagrip MA, which is technology developed by Salomon, and I felt safe in those shoes on all kinds of terrain during scrambling and even very technical scrambling. Oh, well, technical for me. Those shoes were very good. They've been holding to the rocks or sand or wet grass or mud very well. The only issue I had with them was on wet rocks. Because of how the outsole is made, with all those chevrons on the bottom of it, that really helps on sand or terrain where you have very small rocks, but the contact surface is greatly limited because of that. So I understand you can't have perfect shoe that will do everything best. Just be aware, it's not perfect for that. I think my next pair of hiking shoes will be approach shoes, because as I mentioned before, I'm not really walking too much into a muddy terrain. I mostly travel to locations when I can scramble with my daughter and have fun. And then recently, when we've been climbing on cut bells on the last scrambling section, it started to rain and her shoes started slipping straight away. Those have been not so bad. And I understand that you need to be careful on wet rock when you are scrambling. I think the construction of the outsole is just not perfect for that. Those shoes are made utilizing GORE-TEX technology, so they are obviously really waterproof, and also they have durable water repellency coating on them. So I had absolutely zero issues with them leaking. So as long as you don't going to submerge your foot above the side of the shoe, or your trousers won't start dripping water inside, you're going to protect your feet from elements. Speaking of that, I'm a bit worried about the durability. What I mean by that is I haven't been doing any difficult terrain, some great ones scrambling in locations where my nearly 5-year-old daughter could scramble as well, so it could not be that difficult. The first time I rubbed my shoe on the rock, it straight away went through the material and made a little hole, also slightly detaching that reinforcement on the side. I've tested that, it haven't went to the membrane, so they are still fully waterproof and it's not going to affect the use at this moment, but that's something to keep in mind. Those shoes are made to be comfortable and breathable, and they are breathable enough. I was afraid, knowing that GORE-TEX is not most breathable, and usually if you want breathable shoes you don't buy waterproof shoes, but I never had any issues of them with my feet overheating, and I've been using them on a very hot day, so I think breathability is not a problem. But to achieve that, a lot of shoe on the top had to be exposed, and I managed to rub on the rock between those reinforcements. I think if you scramble a lot, those shoes might not last as long as just for hiking. Those shoes are comfy, give good support and will stay on your feet very snugly. They are completely waterproof but also breathable enough, and also the outsole gives a lot of grip and comfort on dry terrain. On the flip side, construction of the outsole also it's not optimal for wet stones, so keep that in mind. Cost of the breathability is that the durability might be potentially reduced, and that is something to keep in mind. So, can I recommend those shoes? Yes, absolutely. They are really comfortable. They really keep your feet snug in the place without over tightening. If you ever had been descending the mountain and had to do heel lock with your laces to protect your toes, then you know how big relief it is to take them off. Those shoes never gave me any problems like that. They are just half of the size larger than my usual walking shoes, and without over tightening them, the descent from the mountain was very comfortable. I really like using them. I can depend on them, so definitely I would recommend them to everyone, if you're gonna keep in mind that they will not perform on wet rocks as approach shoes might, and also they won't be as durable. But saying that, those shoes haven't let me down yet, and other than the performance on wet rock and potential durability issues, I have nothing against them. So I think at the price point they are not cheap at £140, but they are investment into very comfortable shoes. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please like this video, it helps me a lot. Also, I'm planning to do many more reviews like that, so please kindly subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you soon. Bye.